The Myanmar military has launched a second crackdown aimed at dismantling scam networks operating within the KK Park complex near the border. Meanwhile, Thailand continues to enforce its policy of cutting essential services to the neighboring country. Thailand's The Nation newspaper, citing sources, reported that the Myanmar military has launched a large-scale operation to dismantle transnational scam networks operating inside the KK Park complex in Myanmar. The campaign began on October 16, when Myanmar soldiers surrounded the entire KK Park area, considered a den of online fraud and human trafficking groups, arresting over 2,198 people and seizing more than 30 Starlink satellite devices. On the morning of October 22, Kit Tit Media published images showing more than 300 foreign nationals fleeing as the Myanmar army expanded its crackdown. Some Chinese citizens were seen crossing the Moy River into Thailand by boat, while others fled deeper into Myanmar town to avoid capture, creating scenes of chaos. Security sources estimate that thousands of people have fled Myanmar following the operation at KK Park. According to The Nation, citing a civil society network assisting human trafficking victims, 181 victims are currently trapped in 33 compounds in Myanmar, opposite Mae Kumai Ta Sung village in Thailand. The victims are said to be of various nationalities, including the Philippines, Ethiopia, Pakistan, Kenya, China, and Indonesia. Some reports indicate that Chinese operators are relocating workers to rented houses to avoid arrest and even demanding ransom payments for their release. The KK Park complex was established in early 2020 after the Karen National Union, an ethnic armed group controlling much of the area, signed a land lease agreement to build an industrial zone with Huyanya International, a little-known company listed in Hong Kong, China. Researchers suggest that Huyanya International is linked to Wan Kwok Koi, also known as Broken Tooth, a notorious Chinese triad figure. Wan Kwok Koi is believed to be the leader of the 14K gang, which the U.S. Treasury Department describes as one of the world's largest criminal organizations, involved in drug trafficking, illegal gambling, fraud, human trafficking, and various other illicit activities. The KK Park complex quickly expanded and can be easily observed from the Thai side of the border. KK Park is just one of around 30 similar compounds along the Myanmar-Thailand border, employing tens of thousands of workers and continuing to operate despite international scrutiny. Lieutenant General Worathep Bunya, commander of Thailand's 3rd Army Region, stated that the government has continued implementing the 3 cuts policy since February this year, cutting electricity, internet, and fuel supplies to industrial zones on the Myanmar side in order to restrict the operations of online scam syndicates on the Myanmar side. He affirmed that Thai forces are fully prepared in manpower and equipment to carry out cross-border suppression operations when ordered. The Naresuan Special Task Force has been assigned to strengthen coordination with police, local authorities, and border patrol units to tighten border control, prevent illegal crossings, and protect citizens from being lured into working for scam networks in Myanmar. The Office of the National Broadcasting and Telecommunications Commission, NBTC, has issued a strict warning to all Thai telecom operators, ordering them to implement stronger measures to block mobile and internet signals from being transmitted across the border. This measure is part of Thailand's broader effort to prevent transnational cybercrime groups from using the country's telecommunication networks to conduct fraud operations. Meanwhile, SpaceX, owned by billionaire Elon Musk, announced that it has disabled 2,500 Starlink devices in Myanmar after a large number of the terminals were seized during military raids targeting scam compounds in the country. Despite Thailand's continued enforcement of the three cuts policy, many fraud syndicates remain active, indicating that regional cooperation strategies among affected countries are still ineffective in dismantling these transnational criminal networks. Earlier, a raid on October 20 led to the arrest of 2,198 people, including 98 security guards, and the seizure of 30 Starlink satellite internet devices. Local media in Karen State, Myanmar, reported that the military targeted Chinese-run scam networks operating inside KK Park, located near Bon Mae Ku Mai Ta Sung, Mae Sot, in Thailand's Tak province. The raid took place after the Myanmar military, in coordination with the Border Guard Force and the Democratic Karen Benevolent Army, DKBA, regained control of the Lei Keg Cow area from the Karen National Union, KNU. In a separate development, in Cambodia, the ashes of Park Min-ho, a 22-year-old South Korean student who was allegedly tortured to death, were returned to South Korea on the morning of October 21 to be handed to his family. According to the Korea Times, the Korean National Police Agency, NPA, said that Korean and Cambodian investigators jointly conducted an autopsy on October 20 at a temple in Cambodia, where Park's body had been kept for more than 2 months. The autopsy lasted 3 hours, and the body was cremated immediately afterward. Initial results showed no internal organ damage, but the exact cause of death is still under investigation through tissue and toxicology tests in South Korea. Park was lured to Cambodia on July 17 under the pretense of attending an exhibition. His body was found on August 8 in a car near Bokhar Mountain, an area linked to job scam operations targeting South Koreans. On October 10, Cambodian authorities charged 3 Chinese nationals in connection with the case, while 2 other suspects remain at large. In South Korea, a key suspect was arrested for persuading Park to open a bank account and arranging his trip to Cambodia. Park's death has sparked public outrage in South Korea, prompting the government to dispatch a delegation to Cambodia to address crimes targeting South Korean citizens.